Why is learning more important for leaders now than ever? I think it's a great way to start the show, Omnipotent Growth with Kal, because the topic is affecting all of us, all leaders around the world. A lot of things happened in the last few months, and the impact was more than significant. A lot of stuff had changed, and this is actually the first thing that we should ask ourselves to dive deeper into the topic is how the world changed and what are the effects of it. So I guess that we should start by that the whole economy had changed. Like we witnessed a drop in the market. We witnessed a lot of smaller companies shutting down directly. A lot of middle companies struggling to survive. Even big companies take a huge hit at the moment. Their stocks are plummeting. I think that in the last few days it's getting back to normal. Of course, some companies are even on the way up and gaining more as shares. Like I think that Zook is skyrocketed in the last few days with Facebook, but eventually all of those changes that happened are going to affect into requiring new skills, changing the industry. So you found out that many things can be done remotely. We thought it's impossible, or at least we thought that it's going to impact the productivity and the output tremendously, but it turns out that a lot of things, a lot of day jobs can be done remotely without a big problem. And this is somehow enabling the next shifts into our daily lives and into the business as a whole, as general. So even for the children now, the teachers and the schools found a way to teach online, which has been around there. You should probably know watching this or listening to this. But even for people that are not so tech minded, they will have to learn a lot of stuff to be adequate, to be at the needed level in that time. So learning new stuff is going to be crucial. The ways you learn, the strategies that you make for learning, and how consistent are you with that, those are going to be big factors in your future life as a leader. Overall, I think that governments and organizations are changing the way they function, and we will need to adapt very fast. I know that a lot of new businesses are sprouting here and there because of the way every crisis works. Some people are shutting down, some people are making a big bang out of it. But the bottom line is that we are going to need to adapt and adjust, and there are certain ways that we can do that. So the next very big question I think that we need to ask ourselves is how can I handle this situation as a leader? So what can I do? What can I do with my teams, with my followers? What can I do with my peers, the people that I work with on the same level? Even what can I do to support and to help my superiors if I have those? How can I enable them and help them also adapt faster to this certain situation? So the first advice that I have for you guys is just really invest time in researching of what are the good practices, what are people doing at these times. The information is all over every social media that is business oriented. A lot of people are talking about it on their blogs or writing articles about it. There are many renowned experts on such topics, leadership topics, emotional intelligence. I'm hoping to help you more and more in this show here. Omnipotent Growth with Kal is going to be focused a lot on leadership as a general and the ways that we can handle every type of situation that is upon us. But make a good research. I can recommend you Harvard Business Review. So they have a great article base with constantly updating articles. They have an email brochure with great nuggets that give you value on a daily basis. Of course, a lot of books, but we are going to talk more about books in the future. Reading, contemplating, comprehending, and then executing and implementing, which is, I guess, the most important part. But anyway, do the research. I would suggest that you take my word for it. You can go also to LinkedIn. It's a professional network with a lot of ideas inside, and I think you're going to be interested in a lot of the content that is out there. So, which is the next most important part, is to implement everything that you deem worthy of implementing, and everything that you find good for your team, for your followers. Try it out, ask for feedback. So just understanding the information is not going to be enough. Just having it and thinking about it won't change the situation that much. But if you try and implement, ask for feedback, you're going to be in a circle of trust, and then you're going to improve everything that is up to be improved in your surrounding. Our next tip would be to look deeper into some particular things into your followers and into your team, even into your colleagues and superiors. Look for the morale. How are things going, the levels of engagement, the levels of excitement of the work. It's very important to feel the pulse of the team. So do that and try to build trust and rapport in the online world. This happens with video calls, with seeing each other and watching for the expressions, showing, leaning forward, doing all the things that you would do in normal circumstances. Now you have to find a way to do them online, so you can make sure that there is trust between you and the people that you work with and interact with. And it's very, very important to set boundaries, of course, because now you're more home, and if you're not an essential worker, of course, and I want to thank those people. I can never thank them enough. They're the reason that the economy in the world didn't fall apart for the last 2 months. But if you're not an essential worker and you're working at home, trying to do the things that you do, set boundaries, working time, working from this hour to that hour, and then try to reboot and to really lead by example, by showing that there is a need of time to rest. Because if you don't rest, you won't perform as well as you want to, and this will definitely affect you and everybody that you work with. I think that the last question that we need to ask ourselves with how is learning that important is, what can I do to stay relevant and to improve my learning? What are the ways that I can use something more to become better at learning and into just being on the end of the wave and just being very relevant and very up to date. So first and foremost, you have to make learning a habit. So I cannot stress that enough. Making it a habit will eliminate the need of discipline, will eliminate the need of being motivated is not there, I don't have time. About I don't have time we'll go next, but making it a habit, the first 21 days you should time box a slot for learning. It may be 15 minutes, it may be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, even an hour if it's not in your office hours and it's not interrupting your process. But you can do it on a daily basis, and I also recommend for it to be in the same time of the day, because this is even more helpful for creating a habit. It can easily create a sense of repetitiveness, and then you go into that flow right away. It's no problem for you. So to do that, as I said, book your calendar, set an alarm, set a priority, highest, and start doing it. The important part is to strategize what you're needing to learn and how you're going to approach it. So is it a book on a topic that you want to go deeper in? Is it a set of articles? Is it an online course? Is it a podcast that you want to just listen thoroughly and go through every bit of advice that the instructor or the trainer or the coach is giving you? So do it strategically, map out what are your priorities, and how do you think that you are going to impact the most the things that you do with the topics that you are going to pick. In one of the next episodes, I'm going to show you how to prioritize and how to make your most valued things to be on top on the list. But for now, just try to do those simple steps and execute on them. So a bonus tip would be to find a new way to learn, like enroll in a program. I always recommend Gym Quick and Quick Learning, because in a very easy way, there are people that can show you how to read faster, comprehend more, and memorize more. So a lot of the things that we learned in the past and in school, this is the last time we actually were taught how to read and how to memorize. So a lot of those practices are not so performing, and there are better ways to do them. This is in a nutshell. I want to thank you for being part of that show. You can follow me on social media, on my podcast Omnipotent Growth with Kal. See you next time.